Hi everyone, this is Jacelyn, Clarise, Syuen and Rachel. Today we are going to present Gottman's love lab that has been divided into two parts, which are the 4 horsemen of a failing marriage and the 7 principles of making marriage work. The agenda includes marriage and midlife, characters introduction, a tale from outer space, a love lab activity, and what ifs. Now we will first talk about marriage and midlife. Midlife is for approximately ages 40 to 60 years. The people in midlife will have a decline in physical skills as well as increasing responsibilities, self-satisfaction, and awareness of time in past and future. According to Gottman Love Lab, marriage or relationship is a new system that represents a synthesis of the pre-existing elements of each partner. Family life cycle begins with mate selection, a kind of filtering process based largely on homogamy and compatibility. Once commitment is established, a bending of family system is involved, not just joining of individuals. Other stages are the most typical family life cycles such as becoming parents, transition, and renegotiating marital relationships. Under Gottman Love Lab, there are 2 theories. Gottman 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse is a theory that helps to predict a relationship failure. Gottman's 7 principles for making marriage work is a theory that helps to improve a marriage chances of success. Before we start, let's introduce the characters that we have today.
Hi, I'm Gottman and I'll be your narrator for this video.
Hello everyone, I'm character 1 known as Red.
Hey guys, I'm the character 2 and also known as Blue.
Now that you know who we are, let's dive into our storyline, A Tale from Outer Space. Once upon a time, the Earth was a happy place where humans called home. However, as the 4 horsemen of apocalypse have been unleashed and infected everyone on Earth, Earth is no longer a habitable place, and thus, a group of crewmates who survived were forced to flee from Earth. It was then that their journey in outer space officially began. In outer space, the crewmates must work together to complete a set of tasks in order to stay alive and survive their journey. However, these tasks are far from being completed. Someone in the crew was not doing their tasks.
Let's have an emergency meeting.
So, the crew had an emergency meeting as they suspected one another, including the couples in the crew. And that's when all the troubles began. The couple, in this case Blue and Red, starts off by using demeaning words, such as being useless or accusing the other as being imposters, to criticize each other's personality or character.
You are useless. Don't you know how to do any task?
Oh, how dare you accuse me? Are you an imposter?
This is the first horseman, criticism. Criticizing your partner is different than offering a critique or voicing a complaint. Criticizing is attacking your partner's sense of self with an intention to insult or psychologically abuse them. It causes the victim to feel assaulted, rejected, and hurt, and it usually leads to an escalating pattern in which the first horseman reappears with increasing frequency and intensity, eventually resulting in contempt. As their argument escalated, Blue and Red were truly mean to one another as they treated the other with disrespect, mocking and ridiculing each other with sarcasm. This is different from the first horseman criticism because while criticism is used to attack the other's character, contempt assumes a position of moral superiority over them.
I'm the imposter? Hey, at least I finished my task on time, unlike you.
I'm useless? Come on, you can't even navigate yourself through the lab.
Contempt is the second horseman, which is fueled by long simmering negative feelings about the partner, which then boils over when the perpetrator threatens the accused from a position of relative superiority. Above everything else, Gottman claimed that contempt is the single most powerful predictor of divorce. Feeling unjustly accused, Blue fished for excuses and played the innocent victim so that their partner, Red, would back off. Blue not only responds defensively, but they also reverse blame in an attempt to make it seem like it's Red's fault instead.
I have been such a good crewmate to you, my love, and the others. Yet, nobody trusts me.
I trusted you. But can't you see that I'm a victim of your accusations?
As a typical response to criticism, defensiveness is the third horseman. This is when you see yourself as a victim in efforts to ward off a perceived attack and ward off blame. If your partner does not back down or apologize, the dispute will only escalate and get worse. This is because defensiveness is essentially accusing the partner, which only prevents healthy conflict resolution. At this point, the listener, Red, withdraws from the interaction, shuts down, and simply stops responding to Blue. Rather than confronting the issues with Blue, Red made evasive maneuvers such as tuning out, turning away, acting busy, or engaging in distracting behaviors. In this case, they decide to take a break and avoid seeing each other for the time being.
My love, I think it's best we avoid seeing each other for now. Because every time we are together, we always fight.
Yeah, let's just take a break from each other.
Usually a response to contempt, stonewalling is the fourth and last horseman. This is when a partner withdraws from the relationship as a way to avoid conflict in efforts to convey disapproval, distance, and separation. Unfortunately, stonewalling can be difficult to overcome. It's a consequence of being physiologically flooded, and we may not even be in a physiological condition where we can rationally discuss things when we stonewall. As a matter of fact, couple fights and disagreements are bound to happen as we are all different. Red and Blue are going through what is known as Gottman's 4 signs of a failing marriage, which include the 4 horsemen: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Although the ability to recognize the 4 horsemen in your conflict discussions is a necessary first step towards overcoming them, this knowledge isn't enough. You must substitute these unhealthy communication and conflict patterns with positive, constructive ones in order to get rid of them. Thankfully, each horseman has a proven constructive and positive action that can be used to counteract negativity.
Firstly, for criticism, instead of verbally attacking your partner's personality or character, you could have a gentle startup by talking about your feelings, using I statements, and also expressing a positive need. As for contempt, instead of attacking your partner's sense of self with an intent to insult or abuse, try building a culture of appreciation as you remind yourself of your partner's positive qualities and find gratitude for positive action.
For defensiveness, instead of victimizing yourself to ward off a personal attack or reverse the blame, you can take responsibility, accept your partner's perspectives, as well as offer an apology for any of your own wrongdoings. Lastly, for stonewalling, take a break and spend that time doing something soothing and relaxing yourself. Then, only confront the issues together with your partner once both of you are ready. Before we continue on with the story, let us take a pause for a short yet fun activity, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, the Love Lab activity. As the title suggests, we will be love scientists formulating our own love potion. For this, take a piece of paper and write down what would you do to make your relationship last. So pause this video, and once you are done, you can press play. Oh, done with the activity already? Well, that's great! So let us now move on with the rest of the story.
Before going back to Earth, let's fix things in their relationship first. Hence, let's begin our journey to fix everything. Just like previously, they are still trapped in space and are required to complete their tasks to stay alive. At the beginning of our journey of fixing things in a relationship, it is important for us to enhance our love maps.
Blue, I noticed you would always add extra cheese in every meal. So I figured you would love this hat that I bought, specially for you.
Oh, I can't believe you remember the details of our relationship. That's so sweet.
This is the first principle introduced by Gottman. A love map is basically our schema for the knowledge that we possess of our partner. It includes a range of details involving their likes, dislikes, hopes, dreams, fears, beliefs, and aspirations. Oh no, the couple have found out that the majority of tasks are still yet to be completed. Can I, Gottman, save them from another argument?
You know, I really admire how much effort you're putting into completing all the tasks.
Aww, I really appreciate you for understanding the effort that I'm trying to put into this.
Thankfully, instead of criticizing or blaming each other like what they previously did, Gottman's second principle has taught the couple to nurture their fondness and admiration for one another. Therefore, it can be illustrated through how both Blue and Red are showing that they care about the other person by focusing on and acknowledging the positives of each other. Gottman says that fondness and admiration are two of the most important elements in a satisfying and long-term relationship. If these elements are completely missing, the relationship can't be saved. Things have gotten tougher as the pressure increases to complete all their tasks. There was a chance for Blue to run away, but Blue did not. Instead, Blue turned towards Red rather than turning away from them.
I really miss Earth. I don't think I can do this anymore.
Don't worry, my love. I'm here for you. So just tell me everything that you feel, okay?
This is where Gottman has taught us Principle 3, where in a relationship, each partner makes bids for attention, affection, humor, or support. We can respond by turning towards those bids or turning away from them. By turning towards them, the couple has established what Gottman calls the emotional bank account, putting goodwill in the bank for a rainy day. The fourth of John Gottman's 7 principles for making marriage work is let your partner influence you. Remember, to have influence in a relationship, you must first be willing to be influenced and to share power with your partner. As you can see, Red came up with a solution while considering each other's perspectives and feelings. They both made the decision together instead of only one of them making the decision one-sidedly.
Should we stick together and complete the task together? What do you think?
Ooh, I think that's a great idea. I think it will also give both of us more motivation too.
It is important not to stubbornly believe that you're always right and no one can tell you better. Unhappy couples don't listen to one another and fail to see how the other could be right. It's easy to see how the 4 horsemen could have entered into play here. During their time in space, it is undeniable that they were met with many difficulties. However, the use of Gottman's 6 skills for resolving conflicts has helped them to overcome every obstacle together. These skills were also highlighted earlier on when examining the ways to resolve conflicts. Firstly, softening our startup. This simply means that we should start the conversation without criticism or contempt. Secondly, making and receiving repair attempts. Gottman defines repair attempts as any action or statement that de-escalates tension. Third, soothing ourselves and then our partner. When you feel yourself getting heated during a conversation, let your partner know that you're overwhelmed and take a 20-minute break. Accepting what we cannot change and accepting influence is the 4th and 5th skill to resolve conflict. Last but not least, compromising with one another. Gottman says that compromise is impossible until you can accept your partner's flaws and get over the if-onlys. You know, the ones if only he was this or if only he was that. After overcoming solvable problems that occurred, the couple was faced with another perceptual problem.
You know, I actually want to tell you something. I think my dream is to become an imposter and kill everyone in space. Yes.
Oh, so is that why you didn't really want to complete the task?
Red has revealed to Blue that Red dreams to become an imposter and eliminate everyone in space. Although Blue was slightly taken aback, Blue proceeded to ask Red whether this was what had created a block to their relationship. Red later confesses that it may be the reason why Red wasn't focused on completing the task. Instead of accusing Red, Blue respected Red and proceeded to help Red to figure out what exactly was Red's actual dream.
Yeah, maybe that's why I wasn't really focused on doing the task. The thing is, I don't know whether I really want to do this or not.
Hey, don't worry, alright? I'm not gonna judge you for your dream. It's nice to have a dream. Maybe you need some more time to figure it out. We can do this together.
This is an important process identified by Gottman's Principle 6, Overcoming Gridlock. Gottman says that the goal with perpetual problems is for couples to move from gridlock to dialogue. What usually underlies gridlock is unfulfilled dreams. Gridlock is a sign that you have dreams for your life that aren't being addressed or respected by each other. So, the first step in overcoming gridlock is to determine the dreams that are causing your conflict. The next steps include talking to each other and making peace with the problem. After taking a long time to help one another figure out what they really want, Red was finally able to realize what they really wanted in life.
I finally understood what I felt. Being an imposter, it was just a mere fantasy. It wasn't something that I really want.
Oh, really? Then what do you really want?
Together, Blue and Red have managed to create shared meaning in their life.
I want to build a family with you. Building our own house. Picking furniture for our own home. And having fun. Painting the walls together.
That's really sweet. I have always wanted to build our house together, painting our walls and even building a tree house.
And that's what it means to develop shared meaning as mentioned in Principle 7 by Gottman. Happy couples create a family culture that includes both of their dreams. In being open to each other's perspectives and opinions, happy couples naturally come together. With that, both Red and Blue were able to fix their relationship and have created shared meaning in their lives. With the help of Gottman's principles, the couple later completed all their tasks and traveled back to Earth to start their journey as a family, living happily with one another. Thank you everyone for watching this video. We hope you guys have a better understanding of the two theories under Gottman's Love Lab. This has been Jacelyn, Xuan, Rachel, and Clarice, signing off. Thank you!